using policing to respond to all of our problems has become very normalized. And so to the point where we can't even imagine how else one would deal with the situation. First of all, it makes people think that whomever is saying that believes that we should have no police starting tomorrow. And that scares people because they don't know what that looks like. And they think about, what if my house gets broken into, or what if, I'm mugged? I need to be able to call somebody. And so they don't understand that it's a call to begin remaking public safety in a very deliberate way, which would require putting something else in its place to keep us safe.
We've seen this with the opioid crisis. They created non-police-based responses to the opioid crisis because of who was impacted by that. So they found ways to make it a public health issue and not a policing issue. The slave patrols, and also during Jim Crow segregation, you had police serving these functions, as well as you had vigilantes. All of these groups throughout history have been part of the same tradition. And when you use the term abolition, you're very clear that these are institutions that you do not want to reform as much as replace with something better.
There don't need to be fewer jobs. It just means that to have a really good quality public supported job, right? Which is a lot of people going to policing because it's a solid, paycheck, and, they feel like they're serving their communities. There are a lot of different ways to serve your communities. You can serve them as a social worker. You can serve them as a mental health worker. You can serve them leading a recreation center. If we invest in these different entities.
Same thing with segregation. Some people thought, wait, this is our way of life. Isn't it better if we're separate? We've been like this for decades, but we were able to fight against segregation. And similarly, I think today with policing, the idea of abolishing it encourages us to think about replacing it with a better system.
Asking very hard questions about your local, state and local public safety budget. Why are we putting this much money here? Who negotiated this contract with the union anyway?